What's going on, everyone? Move over. Victor Wembanyama. Bol Bol has officially hit the market. The Orlando Magic have waived center Bol Bol, and he will clear waivers and then be a free agent. And I'm sure that there is going to be a team out there that is going to take a flyer on Bol Bol. I think that there will be a team that sees him and goes, man, he's 7'2", power forward, center, that can just do a little bit of everything, right? I mean, you see him in moments, and it's just brilliance. You're just like, man, this guy can hit the step back, handle like a guard, knock down the mid-range. He has all the potential in the world. And at 23 years old, he's extremely young. He's young enough to have been drafted in this year's draft and be a development guy. He's not a guy that's going to jump out and scream on the page for you. He averaged about 21 and a half minutes per game, and in that time, he got 9 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1.5 blocks, and just under half a steal. So a guy that, again, not really going to scream out and stand out on the page, but he is a guy that has some nice intangibles. And with some patience and some proper development, he's a guy that I think could really make an impact later on down the line. It's just finding that team. So far, he's been on Denver, and Denver, they ended up getting off of him, and they tried to go the veteran route and go get, Aaron Gordon, and ultimately it led to them winning an NBA championship, right? So they made the right call, they made the right move. They didn't have the time to want to develop him and get him to being this type of two-way center or power forward in the league. And then Orlando, they had him and kind of were high, or it seemed like they were high on him. And then now they have this just log jam at like guard and center. Like their entire roster is just filled with guards and centers. He's kind of the odd man out because, again, like, do you really want to spend the time to develop them when you already have centers that, are a little more ready now, especially with Banchero? Like, it's just, it makes sense why Orlando would move off of him. So I think either A, you get a young team that really likes him and goes, man, he's a guy that we could bring in, grow, and develop and add to our young core, or he goes to a team like the Lakers. And a lot of Laker fans are screaming right now for the Lakers to go and get Bol Bol. And look, I get it. I get the idea. And it does make sense, right? To an extent. We'll cover both sides of that, the pros and the cons here, right? The pros are, he's a 23-year-old center. You have Jackson Hayes. You have Anthony Davis, who are both going to play center. You don't need a big role for Bol Bol, right? Bring him in. Let him play 10 minutes or so a game. Let him grow and develop. Have him work with big men, right? Have him go work with Akeem. Go work with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, right? Go work with these big men. Grow and develop him and kind of get him right over the next 2-3 years to where he can move into maybe that backup role or maybe even the starting role if he really progresses that much. That's the idea. That's the goal. Bol Bol really does have all the intangibles to be really good, modern big man in the league. He's got the wingspan, he's got the size, he's got all of that. The question, though, and the kind of con for this is, would you rather have Bol Bol over Mo Bamba, right? Because Mo Bamba is also very raw, needs development, is going to take some time. But Mo Bamba can make more of an impact now, I think, than Bol Bol can, right? Like, as raw as Mo is, he still has things already refined to his game than Bol Bol does. Like, Bol Bol is about as raw as it gets, right? He's a guy that you're really going to have to take time to grow and develop. And look, if Bol Bol goes to the Lakers and the Lakers sign him, I'll be happy. Let's get it, right? There's nothing wrong with getting a big man, especially when you're not trying to get him as like this big cornerstone piece right now, right? Not like you're looking for him to come in and play 30 minutes a game right now. No, you're looking to go grab him to grow and develop him. But wouldn't you be better off just sticking with Mo Bamba at that point? Right, at least 40% three-point shooter. He can give you the blocks. He's just as raw, but he's a little more refined. And the one thing Mo lacks is discipline. Not like outside. I mean, there are some outside issues, but more so discipline on the defensive end, right? Being patient, not leaving your feet, letting the defender come to you, not getting into foul trouble. Like, there are things that you can work on, right? But do the Lakers just say, okay, well, we're just gonna cycle through the Orlando Magic centers? I don't know if that's the goal. It's just, if you're the Lakers, who are you more high on? Are you more high and think there's more potential for Bol Bol, or do you think that there's more potential for Mo Bamba, right? Because that is basically that's like the $1 million question for that, right? Because that's the guy that I would choose. If the Lakers really like Bol Bol and they're like, man, Bol Bol is the guy that we think we can mold into being like the next great center in this league, then sure, go get him, bring him on. But if you're not, and you're not really sold on him to that level, then you might as well just stick with Mo Bamba, let him be your development guy. You got Colin Castleton, who is on a two-way that you can grow and develop there. Could you bring them both in? Right, the Lakers have 2 roster spots. Do you bring in both Bol Bol and Mo Bamba? Sign them both to that? Give them both non-guaranteed deals, right? Maybe that's something the Lakers could do, right? And then you kind of have both of them on standby. It doesn't hurt, because Anthony Davis is going to miss 30-plus games this year. So you could have Mo Bamba, you'd have Jackson Hayes, you'd have Bol Bol. You could kind of run big lineups and sets. Like, you could do some fun little, experimental things, like have Bol Bol, Mo Bamba both on the court together, and just like let them have some sets and have some runs with, like, I don't know, Reeves and D'Lo and Torian Prince or something. Get some shooting around them, and just kind of have some young, or even just go the young guys, right? Even do like young sets, like go like Shafino, Lewis, Christie, or Cam Reddish, and then go Bol Bol and Mo Bamba, and just let the young guys get 10 minutes and just see what that looks like, right? Get these guys some developments over an 82-game season, especially if you're in a good position, right? Because the idea is that the Lakers wouldn't be 2-10 trying to play an uphill climb all season. But you could bring them both in, give them both non-guaranteed contracts, kind of see how it goes. He's just, you already kind of have your development bigs. You got Colin Castleton, who the Lakers really liked. That's why they signed him to a 2-way contract. And he went the Austin Reeves route. Could have been drafted. Decided, no, I want to go to Lakers. I think he ends up very likely, when all is said and done, potentially getting a roster spot. But if not, he's on a 2-way. So you have him that you can grow and develop. And then on top of him that you can grow and develop, you also have Mo Bamba that you could re-sign, and then he could be grow and develop. And I think Mo Bamba can help now more. I don't think Mo Bamba is a heavy minute center. Like, I don't think you could be playing Mo Bamba 25 minutes a game if you're trying to win. But I do think in some games, some moments, some spots, you could throw him in on some spots. He's got the size, the length, shot blocking. Now, it comes down to, who do the Lakers value more? Who do the Lakers see as having the more upside and potential? Bol Bol is also younger, right? He's 2 years younger? So do the Lakers go, okay, well, we'd have 2 extra years of development for Bol Bol as opposed to Mo Bamba? Right? Like, we got to get Mo Bamba basically right within the next 2 years, which Bol Bol, we could spend the next 3 or 4 years and get him right. And I do think Bol Bol has maybe a little more upside. I do. I think he has, if you can get him just solid and consistent, you're talking about, a 7-2, point forward type player, right? You're talking about, a potential poor man's Victor Wembanyama, right? It's just, he's very, very raw. So I think it boils down to, who do the Lakers view as a more consistent project, because that's what it's going to be. I'm telling you, Bol Bol's not going to come in and take over the world. He's just not, at least not yet. That doesn't mean that at some point, doesn't mean 3 years from now he can't be. I wouldn't be surprised if 3 years from now he's our starting center and he's just lighting it up, right? But even when you look at his stats, right? Let's just go over his stats for a moment, right? Played 70 games, which is great, right? 33 games started, 21 and a half minutes. He shot 7 field goal attempts from the field, shot just under 55%. Okay, it's not bad because, again, he's shooting some mid-ranges, he's shooting some threes, he's shooting a little bit of everything. His three-point percentage on just under 2 attempts per game was 26.5%. So, I mean, again, Mo Bamba at least shot 40%. But he did shoot 63% from 2-point range. So good length, good size, all of that. That's great. Free throw percentage, he's 76%, so that's good. He can make some free throws, but he doesn't shoot a lot of them. He doesn't draw fouls a lot. 6 rebounds, assist, half a steal, 1.5 blocks. I mean, Mo Bamba's stats are just, he's better. He's just, at least right now. And Mo Bamba isn't great. Right? Like, Mo Bamba's solid, but he's not great. So I just think the Lakers have to ask themselves, who would they rather have? Now, if Mo Bamba maybe Mo Bamba doesn't want to come back, right? Maybe he looks at it as like, hey, you guys just took away $10 million from me, right? Like, I'm not going to sign a minimum with you. I'm leaving, and you could get Bol Bol in his place, then sure, yeah, absolutely, go do that. Go do that. Like, if you can't get Mo, but I just think if it's Mo Bamba or Bol Bol, the situation that the Lakers are in right now, I would probably go with Mo Bamba. Because I think Mo Bamba, again, Anthony Davis misses 30 games. I think Mo Bamba can fill in some of those gaps alongside with Jackson Hayes. Where Bol Bol is kind of just going to be out there, right? So, I don't know. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I pass the question on to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? Do you want Bol Bol? Do you like the idea of Bol Bol? Do you not? However you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it. Let me know down in the comments.